Happy day. I am Nalla Perumal. Difficult to pronounce? No. Nalla Perumal. If you find it difficult to pronounce, you can call me as NP Mal. Now let us enter into a journey of learning. Among the school subjects, which is the easiest subject? Yeah, math. Math is the easiest subject. So they say math is deceptively simple. But there are 4 conditions attached to it. The first condition, you must have a good communication skill. You must have a good command over your language. The second condition, your handwriting should be good. When I say good, I don't mean it should be beautiful. It should be legible. The third condition, you must be strong in calculation. You have to improve your calculation skill. What do I mean by calculation skill? Small calculations you must be able to do in your mind quickly. Tough calculations, you can use paper and pencil. If it is very tough, you can use a calculator, not otherwise. What is the fourth condition? That is the most important condition. You must be able to understand the meanings of each and every term. What do I mean by term? Speed is a term, circumference is a term, density is a term. If you can tell the meanings of these terms in simple language, then mathematics and science will be very easy. I am going to put one question to you later. Before that, I want to make my question easy to understand. For that, I will put a few questions to myself and I will give the answer in the simplest language possible. Let us take speed. What does speed measure? Or in other words, what is the quantity that is measured when we talk of speed? We can tell in simple language like this. The distance travelled in 1 second, or distance travelled in 1 hour, or in general, distance travelled in unit time is taken as speed. See the words, distance, travel, in, unit, time. These 5 words are compressed into one word, speed. What is circumference then? What is the quantity that is measured when we talk of circumference? It is the length of the boundary of a circle. Now I am going to put a question to you. What does an angle measure? Or what is the quantity that is measured when we talk of angle? I am going to give you 20 seconds. You frame the answer in your mind. After that, I will demonstrate and explain. Then you check if your concept of angle matches with my explanation. Now your time starts. The question is, what is an angle? What is the quantity that we measure when we talk of an angle? Now, I am standing here. This is my arm, length of my arm. Now, what do I do? I made one full rotation. Again, I start from here. Now what did I do? I made half rotation. I am coming back to my original position. Now I made quarter rotation. I am in my original position. Now I made 2 rotations. Angle is the amount of rotation of this arm. Now this is the length of my arm. Now I made half rotation. I am coming back to my original position. Now I made quarter rotation. The amount of rotation has nothing to do with the length of the arm. Now this is the length of the arm. Now also it made quarter rotation. So angle is the amount of rotation. How much an arm rotates about a fixed point. That amount of rotation is called angle. Now this quarter rotation, half rotation, one rotation we can measure. But how about this amount of rotation? It is very difficult to measure in rotations. So we need a smaller unit to measure this amount of rotation. In those days, they thought that the earth would take 360 days to go around the sun once. Now we know it is not 360 days, but in those days they thought so. So they thought the earth would come from this position to this position in 90 days. Then they took this amount of rotation of this radius as 90 degrees. They thought the earth would come to this position in 180 days. So the amount of rotation of this radius was taken as 180 degrees. Earth would come here in 270 days. So this amount of rotation of the radius is taken as 270 degrees. Earth would come back to its original position in 360 days. So the one full rotation of the radius is taken as 360 degrees. Now in one day how far the earth would move? It may come to this position. In one day let us take. From this position it comes. Now the radius has rotated through this amount of rotation. The radius has rotated through this angle in one day. Say they took this amount of rotation as 1 degree. This is how they fixed 1 degree. So in 90 days, 90 degrees. In 180 days, 180 degrees. In 270 days, 270 degrees. 360 days, 360 degrees. This is how they fixed. Had it been 400 degrees, it would have been easier for us. But we can't change it now. In physics, they measure angle in a different way for mathematical convenience. Now this is a circle. This is a radius. They take an arc whose length is equal to the length of the radius. This is a radius. The same length they take in the arc. And then they draw this radius. This length and this length and the length of this arc are all equal. So we write this arc like this. Arc length. Not the shortest length between these 2 points. It is the length of the arc we take. Now this arc supports an angle at the center. Or this arc subtends an angle at the center. If you see this radius, it has moved from here to here. This is the amount of rotation the radius vector made. This amount of rotation is taken as 1 radian by the scientist. The advantage of using this unit will be understood when you come to a higher class or higher level of physics. Now before proceeding further, I want to make my language clear. For that I will use an example. How many files are there in 35? All of us know there are 7 5s in 35. But how do we get that 7? To find how many 5s are there in 35, we write 35 in the numerator and 5 in the denominator, and we get the answer 7. That is, there are 7 5s in 35. The question is, how many 5s are there in 35? Now I am going to put a question to you. How many radii are there in one full circumference? I repeat my question. How many radii are there in one circumference? How many radii? Compare the language. How many 5s? How many radii? So radius length should come to the denominator. How many 5s are there in 35? How many r's are there in the circumference? So circumference length should come here to the numerator. Circumference is 2 pi r. So the answer is 2 pi. There are 7 5s in 35. There are 2 pi radii in the circumference. Understand that language well. There are 7 5s in 35. There are 2 pi radii in the circumference. Now I am going to that language. One radius subtends one radian. Then 2 radii length of the arc will subtend 2 radians. 3 radii length of arc will subtend 3 radians. 1.4 radius length of arc will subtend 1.4 radians. Understand this language again. 1 arc will subtend 1 radians. 2 arc, let me take another arc. This length, this length. Now this is 1 r, this is 1 r. Therefore 2 r will subtend 2 radius. This will be another 1 radian. So 2 r will subtend 2 radians. Now I am coming to the question. How many r's are there in circumference? So the whole circumference subtends how much angle? What is this angle? That is one full rotation, or our 360 days is equivalent to how many radians? That is the question. Use this language, it is very easy. 1 r subtends 1 radian, 2 r's will subtend 2 radians, 2 pi r will subtend, you can get the answer now. It will be 2 pi radians. So this is 2 pi radians. One full rotation is 2 pi radians. Now let me take half the circle. Let me take this one. This is center. Now it comes from here to here. That is, this radius has rotated through our original 180 degrees. Now in radian measure, how much is it? The whole circumference is 2 pi radii. So half rotation will be only 1 pi radii. So 1 radius subtends 1 radian, pi radii will subtend pi radians. So 180 degrees and pi radians are the same amount of rotation. If you take quarter rotation, the question is how many radii are there? Here 2 pi radii, pi radii, Here half pi radii. Half pi radii. One radius subtends one radian. Half pi radii will subtend half pi radius. Full circle will be 2 pi radius. So what we get is 360 degrees will be equal to 2 pi radians. Then accordingly you can get for 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 45 degrees, mere calculation that. To improve calculation skill, as a first step, a student must be able to rattle numbers fast. First we give training only up to 10, then we will go up to 50. I will show up to 10. First I will tell slowly, then I will tell fast. 0 plus 10, 10, 1 plus 9, 10, 2 plus 8, 10, 3 plus 7, 10, 4 plus 6, 10, 5 plus 5, 10, 6 plus 4, 10, 7 plus 3, 10, 8 plus 2, 10, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 0, 10, 10 plus 0, 10, 9 plus 1, 10, 8 plus 2, 10, 7 plus 3, 10, 6 plus 4, 10, 5 plus 5, 10, 4 plus 6, 10, 3 plus 7, 10, 2 plus 8, 10, 1 plus 9, 10, 0 plus 10, 10. When a student tries to tell this, he will develop concentration power. If he loses his concentration a little bit, he cannot tell fast. Now, an 8th grade student must be able to tell this within 30 seconds. 11th grade, 12th grade students must be able to tell this within 20 seconds. Now within 30 seconds I will tell, try. And that should be rhythm. So I am going to tap this slightly. Tuck, 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 tuck. 0 plus 10, 10, 1 plus 9, 10, 2 plus 8, 10, 3 plus 7, 10, 4 plus 6, 10, 5 plus 5, 10, 6 plus 4, 10, 7 plus 3, 10, 8 plus 2, 10, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 0, 10, 10 plus 0, 10, 9 plus 1, 10, 8 plus 2, 10, 7 plus 3, 10, 6 plus 4, 10, 5 plus 5, 10, 4 plus 6, 10, 3 plus 7, 10, 2 plus 8, 10, 1 plus 9, 10, 0 plus 10, 10. So, if a student can tell like this fast, the fear of number will go away from him. There are more exercises like this. As I said, any average student can improve his calculation skill in 30 to 50 days. But don't think this is with one or two, there are only one or two exercises, there are many exercises. That's why I need 30 to 50 days. Another one I tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that it will go. But we shall add some rhythm into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are some steps, rhythmic steps. For 3, there is one type of step. For 4, another type of step. Up to 9, there are many steps, few steps there. So the whole body will be involved in learning calculation skill. As an example, I will show one of them. First, I will show how the numbers will be altered. Then I will demonstrate that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Like that it will go up to 96. Now the same thing I will demonstrate with steps. Like that we must go up to 96. What are the advantages of learning these things? You see, multiplication table is going in that. They clap for 8, 16, 24, 32, like that up to 96. So 188, 2 8s are 16, 3 8s are 24, 4 8s are 32, like that they can learn along with that. Once they improve the calculation skill, then mathematics is very easy. Many students are struggling only in the calculation part of maths. Math they understand well, but they commit small mistakes in calculations. So first, before learning maths, a student must improve his calculation skill. There is no escape from that.